It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Texans and the Jets, and it's all up next.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU. It's Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Now it's Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And the Texans will take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Stroud.
And his throw here's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play.
3rd down and 1.
Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Now Wilson on 1st down.
And check down, complete to Hall. Finding room at midfield.
And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and they got it done.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Now Wilson.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Here's Wilson.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
That is caught. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
The Texans at 9-5 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And the way they played last week defensively, when I watched the tape, I had to stop it a couple of times and count to make sure there were just 11 guys on their side of the field because they covered every angle and thoroughly shut down the other side. Hold them just 7 points total. They do that again, they'll get the job done one more time in a big way.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. First down. Ready.
Stroud off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And Stroud now to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. Touchdown! Nico Collins. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. He threw the touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. And he'll start again here, first down. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action. Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Houston set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Okay, great. 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half. Trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Let's go now.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The throwing again is Stroud. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
They'll go play action here with Stroud. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Stroud sets up the play action. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stroud. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. 3rd and 19. Stroud working out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Snoop Connor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Jets 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time. Game.
26-yard line.
Second down, Stidham to throw. And he completes it to Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Going right back to Wilson.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Stidham going back to the air. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
All again on second down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Stidham. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Stroud to throw it. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Texans on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
3 on the play. And the Texans first down.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
The coverage by Jordan Whitehead.
Here's Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Let's go now.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud on third down now. Got his man, Dell. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Chris Rumph from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Connor is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Connor. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. From the 5, 3rd and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll throw on first down with Stidham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Now it's Stidham.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Lazard, 63 yards. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as